Tyson, how did it feel out there overall today, just getting the whole half and getting
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I haven't gotten to play a full half in the preseason since I've been here, so that was a lot of fun. I think the only unfun part was just the start that we had. I think we got off to a little bit of a slow start, able to kind of hit the ground running in the second quarter, but it was definitely as exciting as ever to be out there.
touchdown pass to Alexander? You had a little pressure coming in, had to progress a little bit. Can you take us through that play through your eyes?
Yeah, we had a little hard time, had a race route, back line. First in the progression was the speed out by the tight end. Kind of saw the safety react to it just enough for hard time to squeeze in behind him. And then I really couldn't see the rest. I just kind of put it high where only he could get it. And then just, I can't take any credit for whatever happened after that. It was a hell of a catch.
Well, you said it was a bit of a slow start, but how did you feel like the pre-snap procedure, like the play call, all the communication, how do you feel like that went for you guys?
Yeah, I thought it was clean. I thought that me and Bates start off the game at center. I thought me and him, we've got good communication out there. So I thought it was about as clean as it could have been, and which is good. Take a lot of pride in that. So I thought that aspect of it was good throughout.
What was the message that Ben had for you guys before the game?
Really what stuck out to me, the game doesn't count, but the game matters. And so I thought that was a good way to put it. Nobody's, hurting themselves over this game, especially being a tie or losing or anything like that. But yeah, it's of extreme importance to a lot of people. So go out there, execute, play within our rules. Don't try to do anything that we haven't done since we've been here through camp, and just obviously play as hard as you can.
What's impressed you about Mononga?
He's very downhill. Rarely does the first guy tackle him, and he's always falling forward. So that coupled with the ball security, I think it's really kind of most of what you would want from a running back.
What's the experience like being the starting quarterback for Ben Johnson, having him in your ear, having him call the game, giving you feedback on the sideline?
Yeah, I think it's a dream come true. I think he is somebody, obviously, that is kind of a mastermind offensively right now with where we're at in the NFL. So having someone like that teaching you more of the game, especially in year 3, has been amazing. But it was very efficient. He didn't waver, he didn't stutter, he didn't hesitate. He called his game, and I thought it was great.
On the touchdown pass, the TV camera showed him talking and probably saying more than just the play to you. Do you remember what he said?
I can't remember exactly what he said, but even if I did, probably can't say it here.
You might have had an expletive or two.
Oh yeah. Probably something like, "Hey, we're going for it." Throw in a couple filler words there.
Tyson, on the touchdown drive, you also had a 3rd and 15 conversion to Luther. That play obviously kept that thing going. You remember that play?
Yeah, absolutely. They played Luther one-on-one, a lot of space out there, and he kind of had his own. He had a 2-way option route, so thought he did a good job getting to the top of stem. Obviously making the catch and getting the first down. I thought that was good by him.
And then when you get the ball back with 6 seconds to go in the half, there's obviously a good situational work there. But what's the key? I mean, you don't have any time to spare there. You guys got that done.
Talking about the very last one or the 2 minutes? Yeah. It's a heads-up play by him. Got him the ball in space. He's able to race out of there, get out of bounds with 1 second to go, and then you got to see how much stronger Cairo got in the offseason. So I thought that was huge.
Also, what for you is the significance of your production today?
First, I want to thank God for sure. And then other than that, just my great coaches that we got this year, and just my teammates, the whole thing.
Good strip sack. Can you take us through what happened on that play from your vantage point?
Yeah, I hit a long arm. He fell, and I kept rushing. He didn't decide to throw it away, so I gave it another 2 steps and then reached out for the ball.
Austin, we haven't talked to you, I think, since maybe even the spring. Like body-wise, transformation-wise, what was the process for you like? How much weight did you put on this offseason, muscle?
Playing weight, I probably put on like 8 pounds total, and just finding where I belong in the off season. I have a good spot that I go to in Fort Myers. Shout out X3, and that's my spot. But also the Bears, the nutrition took extra steps. The weights coach took extra steps. New weight staff has been great. So just all the above.
How would you describe the difference you feel between now and a year ago?
I feel like maybe it slowed down a little bit, but I feel like I just looked in the mirror and improved myself, and just came back and did what I did. So
you had a really good preseason last year as well. Why do you think it will translate more into the regular season this year, if that's your thought process on it?
No, I mean, I'm just gonna take what's given to me, and just keep going out there whenever I can and do as much as I can, play as hard as I can. So I'll just leave it at that.
You've got some veterans in front of you on the defensive end rotation. What have you learned from them in your year? I mean, whether it's Sweat last year or even Dio coming up.
Yeah. I mean, I try to take everything, kind of like I said last time I was up here. I try to take everything from as many players as I can and just try to learn from them and build on that.
We got to see it a few times today. You want to walk us through your sack dance or has a title or anything?
BTA. I'll let y'all figure that out.
Austin, what do you hope the coaching staff takes out of what you showed today?
Nothing. I feel like I'm being more consistent than I was last year, and so even in practice, I feel like I've showed up. So I just want to continue what I'm doing and continue to be consistent.
No, we're good. Cool. Thank you guys.
Appreciate you guys.
Is the touchdown pass to Jade? Walk us through that play, the ball, the catch, all of it.
Yeah, had a mirrored concept there, and I really trust Jade in the short time I've gotten to know him. I thought he played really well today. Man, he got a great release off the line, and I just had to give him a chance. And then he's quite the dancer as well. So I was about to join in, and I didn't realize what was going on. So I thought he did a great job pre and post catch there.
Do you appreciate that level of exuberance for him?
Oh my gosh, man! Yeah, it's kind of funny to be playing, with the age of some of those guys out there in their first NFL games. But I enjoy that as much as any game I've ever played. I know it's preseason, but man, throwing touchdowns and celebrating with your teammates, that's what it's all about. It's so fun. I was so proud of him. All those guys out there that I was playing with. So I thought those guys battled well and put some good stuff on tape. And it was a lot of fun to play.
You danced a little bit after you threw the other touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't really know what I did there. I was glad I didn't have to try to run anybody over. Glad my man made a great catch there on that one.
We heard the kind of Ben's message before was this game may not count, but it sure as hell matters. How would you describe his message to everybody before and kind of the tone he was setting in his first game?
Yeah, he quoted some guy, John Elway, on that one. It's competition, and I think that's what this locker room is about. It's competing, whether with ourselves, with our position group, and obviously with the other team. And there was some great competition out there today, and I think it showed, in the heat. Man, I had a coach tell me a quote of an old ball coach that I had: "The heat is a crippling thing," and there's a little hot out there, and temperature-wise, but you start putting the heat on boys, and you can see if they're crippled or not. If they respond.
So Elway was the one who said who came up with that?
No, that was my old football coach in high school.
This may not count, but it matters.
Yeah, you can look that up.
Okay, so I know you're not watching.
It's a Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott, Case Keenum quote.
I know you're not watching offensive line play as the play is formulating, but having Ozzie over there at left tackle and just working with him throughout the summer, what's it been like kind of watching him grow and seeing him?
Yeah, I honestly, looking up, I think I played into the fourth quarter, but, seeing those guys that I was out there with, I was like, okay, I feel better now. Sometimes end of preseason games, there's guys that have been hurt or pulled or and there's guys playing different positions. But having Ozzie, I literally looked at him as left side, and it gave me a good sense. So that's a good feeling as a quarterback, when you have your left tackle that you feel really good about.
It's very end of the first half. You guys stole 3 points really at the end there. What's the significance of that, just situationally, of getting that down and getting some success on this stage today?
Yeah, I think preseason, the situational stuff is a little bit different just, because there's some situations maybe you punt when you don't normally do or go for fourth. You could see that happening towards the end of the game. But, with 6 seconds left to be able to get a completion and get the ball out of bounds, I thought Tyson did a really heads-up job, and Luther getting out of bounds when he did. We got to work on our clock, home field clock guy, yeah. You'd think they'd stop it more on 2 than on 0. They did it twice, I think. So, and then Cairo making that kick was awesome. It was piercing into that wind. So he did a great job.
you've been very praiseworthy of Tyson since you got here.
Mhm.
What do you see out of him today in the first half?
Yeah, I really, really liked how he responded to, not the start that we wanted. Whether it was, high pass here or being backed up and, protection issue, whatever it was. There's just a lot of things that go on a football game, and you plan, you have a first 15 and openers, that you have that you want the game to start and go that way. But when it doesn't, it's how do you react? How do you respond? And he responded. He stayed the course. He wasn't, wasn't freaking out. He wasn't down on himself. He just stayed the course. And I really, really thought that was really, really good of him.
For all of you as quarterbacks in your room, how have you as a group handled the continued development of this offense and installing this scheme?
How is who?
As a quarterback group, how do you feel like you as a group have handled the installation and development of this offense?
Yeah, I think it's been challenging. Ben's offense isn't simple or easy. It's tough on the quarterback. There's a lot of checks and multiple plays called in the huddle. So every day you come in and you're challenged, and every game you're going to be challenged. So I think we've responded. I think it's this game of they give us more, we catch up, and then they challenge us again, and it's just we keep building, and we keep building that reputation, that chemistry, that trust, that bond, to where we're starting to see the game through the coach's eyes, through Ben ultimately, and then Deck and Press and JT, and how they see the game and how they want us to operate, and then being ourselves with the Bears, I think, is important too. We're all a little bit different. We all play the game differently, but being ourselves within the system that they're creating.
There are a lot of guys who played in the NFL who, at your age, aren't doing it anymore. What's your level of appreciation just being out there? You said earlier you have as much fun today as you have playing football.
Yeah, I mean, my kids are here, watching me play. I mean, how awesome is that? Hopefully they'll remember Dad throwing 2 touchdowns at Soldier Field. I don't have to tell them about it. Your dad used to be, so. Of course, all they care about the passes I'm going to throw them here tonight at the house. All right, cool. Appreciate you guys.